On the surface, I was the weakling being bullied on campus, but in reality, I wasn't just the mastermind behind a murder case. I was also the killer of my stepfather. When I was a child, my stepfather used to beat and scold me. One day, I grabbed a pair of scissors and stabbed him in the neck. When my mother arrived, my stepfather was beyond saving. My mother hid the body in the flower bed and then made me pretend to be mute to cover up the truth. For the next 5 years, whenever I had contact with others, my mother would whip me with a rattan cane. She claimed it was to protect me, but it made me live like a dead person. Gradually, the idea of manipulating my mother into taking the blame for me took root. After a murder occurred at school, I became even more determined. One day, my only friend was celebrating her birthday. The principal's daughter had prepared a gift for her, a spiky crown. They forced the crown onto my friend's head and laughed heartily as she cried and screamed. To make matters worse, they even forced her to stand on a dilapidated skylight. I happened to witness this scene and took out the scissors I had stolen, ready to rush up and fight. But suddenly, my mother appeared and dragged me away forcefully. She kept cursing me for meddling and warned me to be tolerant. While my mother and I were arguing, we heard a scream. My friend had fallen from the rooftop. She could have been saved, but the teacher chose not to call an ambulance to protect the principal's daughter. The school claimed that my friend had committed suicide. Her father didn't believe it and distributed newspapers everywhere, looking for eyewitnesses from that day. But no one responded, not even my mother and I. The principal refused to cooperate with the investigation, citing that the surveillance cameras were broken. My friend's father went to the police station, hoping to get the police to open an investigation, but he saw the principal sitting in the sheriff's office. Clearly, they had formed an alliance. Just when my friend's father was on the verge of despair, I released the evidence, a video on my phone showing my friend being bullied before her death. My friend's father was filled with pain and anger, which was exactly what I wanted. I wanted him to become a slave to hatred and carry out my plan. Next, I deliberately provoked the principal's daughter and her clique. When they bullied me, I didn't resist at all. By actively allowing myself to be bullied and repeating what my friend had gone through, I made my friend's father despair over and over again. Eventually, when I was injured again and sought his help, he went after that clique that very night and smashed each of their skulls in. Only by toppling those at the pinnacle of power could we truly deter campus bullying. To serve as a warning to others, we arranged in advance for the principal to pull down his daughter's body himself during the school ceremony. The school was thrown into chaos. My first step of the plan had been accomplished. Next, it was time to manipulate my mother into taking the blame for me.